Good morning, it's day 45. We're just here at the Hikers Hostel in Warren, I believe. We got a little 0.1 mile walk to the trailhead, and then we're gonna head up that mountain behind me. So it's not a crazy high day, but we are gonna do a big mile day. I think 14 and a half miles. It's a little after 7, so we're getting a little late start, but that's okay. We got everything packed up. It's supposed to be a sunny day again. So yay, I think yesterday was my official mostly dry day feet. I did get a little wet because bogs, but it wasn't because it came from the sky. But I think it's gonna be a good day. We're dragging our feet a little bit. We're full of pizza, coffee, and it's time to get on the trail. So let's get on the trail. Okay, well, I guess we got to the peak of our first one today, Mount Mist. And yeah, you would pretty much almost miss it because it's really just a little nub on the top of a hill. It's been quite a nice climb actually up. Nice and fairly even graded. Still a climb, but terrain's not been too bad, a bit muddy, but I think we're heading into Vermud. So we've been told the terrain to be expected is going to be muddy. So, but nothing like we haven't experienced so far. Our feet thus far have remained about 90% dry. So far good day, sunny out, warm. The bugs are picked up considerably again. That could be the rain, or it could just be the climate we're in is no longer alpine, so a lot more conducive to DOS mosquitoes. Anyway, we're gonna keep climbing. I think, I don't know how many miles we're in, maybe 3-ish over a 14-ish day. All right, let's keep going. Okay. So we just had our first experience of trail magic. A lovely couple came up.
Hog and his wife.
Yeah, Hog and his wife Elizabeth, I believe.
Adorable couple.
Adorable couple. They put out quite the spread. Jeff had his breakfast beer and I had coffee, deviled eggs, and chicken. And they had way more than that.
You gotta get some backstory. The couple of met in '84 on the trail. It's romantic.
Yes, they are a very, very cute couple. And the gentleman's a triple crowner, so he was wanting to give back and do some trail magic, and we just happened to hit the right time. So that was quite an experience. Unexpected, as trail magic usually is. Well, we're gonna cross the road and get back on the trail. So, I don't know how many miles in we are, but here we go, back on. Okay, so I think we're getting our first taste of the Vermud, even though we're technically still in New Hampshire. But we're getting pretty close to the border of Vermont, so a lot of the Nobos were saying it's pretty muddy out here, and well, they are not wrong. It is most definitely muddy. It is much longer stretches of mud. But what I like is it's relatively flat, low grade. Trails are much wider. You're not gonna fall down a cliff if you try to avoid it. So, although my feet are already wet and muddy, that was expected anyway. So I'll take it and bring on the mud. Okay, we're at mile 9.6. We just did a big slog through plenty of mud and some descent. Now we're pretty much gonna go back up for the next 5 miles. Up to Mount Cube, I believe. But in the meantime, we're just going to do a little road walk in here. Not too long. And get back to it. Just starting the beginning of the ascent. Doesn't look too bad right now, but we've only just begun. So we got about 2,000 feet up. And that's not too bad, but still a good climb in a short period of time. So let us get going. Okay, this is just for curiosity in case you want to know what these privies actually look like. These are the new ones. They're compostable and they're actually really impressive. This is the Penta privy at the Hexacube. But look at how big they are. They're huge. And those are just wood shavings that you put down in the bottom, and yeah, and this one even has the clear thing so you can see what you're doing. Pretty nifty. Alright, so just a little wrap up. We made it to the Hexacube shelter here. There's about 6 or 7 of us here. We're going to stay in the shelter because there's no tent sites. It was a long day, busy day. We did summit Cube Mountain there. Stayed up there for a bit. There were quite a few nobos out there we were chit-chatting with, which was pretty cool. We got some advice and whatnot. Then we came here 1.6 miles after. Pretty tired. It was a long day. We did 14.5 miles, and I think it showed I did like 190 flights of stairs on my little app thing. I mean, I don't trust it entirely anyway, but still 190 flights is a lot more than I'm used to. Good morning. We're day 46. Sky's not looking great. It is supposed to rain today. We know that. I'm surprised it hasn't started already, but that's okay. We stayed at the Hexacube shelter here, which actually is a hexagon, and then they got the weird shaped bathroom upstairs too, or up the hill. So today is, I think, 12.4 miles, unless we get adventurous and continue on. We'll plan to go to John Tapper. We're going up Smart Mountain, which I've been told has a bit of a big slabs on the other side, so hopefully we can get up and over that before the rain starts, but no promises there. It was an okay sleep last night. We did stay in the shelter because there's squat diddly here for campsites. We're on a big hill, and everybody snored. We had a full house in there, and yeah, my earplugs are definitely getting their money's worth, but they work well. So had some breakfast, packed up, getting it's 7:30, a little later start than usual, than we wanted, but getting Jeff up. He is just not a morning guy. Keep trying, but not so far. Anyway, we're gonna get going. We're going down that hill this morning, and the wind's picking up. Yeah. Anyway, it's not too bad. It's about 16 degrees, so I think the low 70s. No, high 60s. One day I'll figure that out. Anyway, that's it for now, and we're gonna get moving on before the rain gets going. Okay, so it's raining. Started as soon as we left. This is our view. Not much, so we're just gonna keep going on the wet rocks. Okay. As you can hear, it continues to rain. Just keep going up and up, because that's the name of the first 5 miles this morning. I think I'm probably, I don't know, I have no idea how far I'm up. But that is my day. Okay, so we made it to the fire thing here. Right out there. I did climb up it. It's got a really big, heavy door. It's windy as all can be up there, so it's not very nice. It's already crappy, rainy, and misty, so I'm just opting to stay under it right now. I'm just waiting for Jeff to catch up. He's a bit behind me. He's dragging his feet today. Not a lot of energy on a rainy, crappy day. Oh, and there he is, out of the woods. We're 9 miles in, so we got another 3 miles to go before we hit Trapper John's shelter. The rain's let up for a little bit, but it is supposed to rain again more tonight. There's this strange fence that comes along here. It's not private property. Maybe it used to be a demarcation of the trail or something. I don't know. Just kind of popped out of the blue. It's the third time I've seen it though, and only in this state, so maybe it's just something unique to here. But yeah, lots of salamanders today though. Of course I don't have a picture of one right at the moment, but they're the little red ones that we've been seeing. I guess all the wet weather brought them all out. Anyway, I think we should be about 2 miles from Trapper John's, which I'll be happy to see so that I can take off my very, very wet shoes and socks. Everything is very damp, and I would love to hang it up. It's not going to dry, but at least just get it off my body so I don't look like a little prune that's been sitting in a bathtub all day. All right. Okay, so we came out to this thing. I don't really know what that is, but yeah, okay, sure. Right now we're just walking through the grass, which means we'll definitely have to do a good solid tick check tonight, because that is prime tick location. Huh. Oh well, we can't be too far now. Okay, I think my camera's all foggy. Just enjoyed some impromptu trail magic at the side of the road, had a beer, and we're headed for the last mile to our shelter and to take our socks off and dry out the little piggies that are been soaking and marinating all day.
And then 17 more miles to get to town.
But that's tomorrow.
Not bad, we're doing it now.
Yeah, okay. I've had a beer. I got a buzz. I'm not going any further. Okay, made it to Trapper John's shelter. The sign says it's 0.3 miles off of the trail. That does seem to be sort of a psychological number for a lot of hikers. They'll go 0.2 off trail, but 0.3, nah, might be too far. Anyway, it's a tiny little shelter. I think it's an older one. Looks like there's tent spaces and whatnot, and some really nice big trees around here. So hopefully we won't get too many people. It is still supposed to rain, so we're going to stay in the shelter. Try to dry some stuff off. It's still early. Technically, we could push through to Moose Mountain shelter, but it's going to rain again. I think it's actually already starting to. Yeah, no, it is. So I'd rather just be here, get everything started to dry, and get started tomorrow, because tomorrow's supposed to be a nice sunny day. It means to get into town tomorrow, I think we'll have about 16 miles, but whatever. It doesn't look too challenging. A couple of hills. I mean, they'll still be challenging. It's never easy, but compared to what we've been through, certainly more than doable. Oh yeah, I can feel the rain already. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go any further. There has been noted that there's some bear activity around here, so definitely need to do a bear hang. Not leave the beef jerky in the hut, because that would probably be bad. There's an old stone fireplace there. Well, that looks kind of neat. Not sure what that's all about, but I don't know. We're gonna just get some water, get some dinner started, relax. I didn't do a whole lot of filming today, just mostly because it was so wet. And every time I took out the camera, the lenses were wet, and I had nothing to dry it with because I was all wet. So there's not a whole lot of footage, but needless to say, it was a mucky trail. Although the Trail Magic beer just before the last mile before we got out here was quite nice. Gotta say, that was unexpected. Gotta love it. New Hampshire's been really great. Lots of wonderful people. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. The rain can go away, but that's not New Hampshire's fault, just like it wasn't Maine's fault. Mother Nature just wants to make it wet out here and hot on the other side of the country. What are you gonna do? So we're just gonna relax. Maybe go to bed early. Maybe without all the snoring. I don't know if we'll see too many people here tonight. I'm gonna guess not, but one never can tell. All right, dinner time.